Hey guys, what's going on? Let me turn the volume down here.
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. You saw the video that I did not too long ago, right there, discussing my
Yeah,
issues. Talking about Cronin there and stuff and what he wrote.
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to speak much on that issue right now, but we're going to definitely talk about YR making a comeback and once again disassociate himself with Skunty McQueef in there. Hello?
The opening still playing.
What's up?
So,
Oh, okay. My bad. I still can't hear it, so, what the fuck? What am I saying here?
Hello?
Hello? Cerberus,
the
what's
one
up,
and
dude?
only Silver Honor.
There you are, man.
What's up, motherfucker?
I see you're outside again, dude.
Yeah, I fucking clicked it on the wrong fucking angle. I'm trying to get it back here.
I see there, yeah. I just got in not too long ago. Got me a couple work clothes here, and I saw this little guitar there. I'm going to definitely do some rearranging on here. Yeah, it's a little guitar I saw at the Goodwill here, and I figure what I'm going to do is going to get new strings for it, tighten up the tuning pegs, and get one of those things where you lay the strings on, by the bridge there. Get those that lowered a little bit there, so I can get on the frets a little bit better there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it so far there. It's been a while since I had a little acoustic there. Last time I had it was back in Richmond, Michigan, and that guitar was given to me by an old co-worker of mine. All right. So the Vikings disappear, I guess.
No?
No, he's still here. There you are. I couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, he's playing with his penis.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, wipe up when you're done, dude.
What up, motherfuckers? Welcome to episode 180 of Real as Fuck TV with your host, Minnesota Vikings Fan. What's going on, motherfuckers? What's up? We got in the house the one and only Minnesota Silver Roll Hunter.
Yeah.
And we also got in the house tonight the one and only motherfucking Dr. Motherfucking Brown.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everyone?
What's up, motherfuckers?
Not much, you fuck.
Had to do a Streamlabs update. That's why it took a little longer.
I see there. I've yet to even try Streamlabs on my end here or there.
That OBS needed an update.
Yeah. So well, one thing is for sure, my OBS is working pretty good here, thanks to Dave Rose a couple of Saturdays ago. He gave me an idea about turning down the bit rate on the video there on my OBS, and I might have to do it on the live streaming page on my YouTube studio here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So now I'm hoping possibly, there's a little spot where you could lower it right here. Now it says here the stream health is excellent. It says here the stream's current bit rate is 20 was a 2,174.03 kbps, and it's higher than the recommended bit rate.
What?
It said here the stream's current bit rate is 2,100. It's a 2176.15 kbps.
Is it in 30 frames per second or 60?
I don't know. I'm trying to find where you could go to and this is on the YouTube Studio page. You know what I'm talking about, where it shows the stream health, the analytics, the stream settings there.
Yeah.
No data. It's not recorded receiving any data for this stream here. But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out where to go to set it on your YouTube page
Yeah,
there.
you're just going right through YouTube.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Hmm.
I know.
Yeah, you're not going through like no OBS or nothing.
Well, it is through the OBS. Yeah, I already turned the bit rates down for that one there. So, but it still says here suggestion. The current bit rate is blah 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 is higher than the recommended bit rate there, and I'm trying to see if there's a little spot here on the page here where I could go to suggest manage. I could probably go there. I'll probably do it later on when we're done with the show here there. But in the meantime, I know that it's gonna fuck up. I know that it's gonna fuck up the stream here. Let's see here. Go to manage here. No, it has to say exit exit the stream, and I don't want to do that there.
You've been having some problems.
Well, I don't know. Well, some of them. Well, I wasn't having no problems a couple times when I streamed live my techno and soundscape sets there. Although I admit I often had a tendency to turn things up a little bit too loud, but that's my fault there. But thank goodness, and this is what I love about my little audio converter there. It's a video. As you know, I have an online video converter, which I'm able to convert videos that I record here onto audio to either download from my phone or my MP3 here. I did that with a couple of streams that I did in the past, and I did that with a couple of things that I recorded. I'm able to record some stuff onto my OBS and convert that into audio and upload that to my SoundCloud page, which I have done just a couple nights ago there. Have 2 tracks right there for everyone to check out. And I'm also able to come up with a couple other things. For instance, let me give you an example. I have an audio speed changer on here, as well as a pitch changer, as well as a little equalizer, so I'm able to turn up the treble a little bit better.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. In fact, I sent Dave Rose one of the little examples that I've done here, and I'm going to send you guys something here just as well here. Let's see, it's going to take a while. Definitely, in fact, I'm going to put it in the chat. Hopefully that this should work pretty well here. Let's see what we got here. It's going to take probably a few minutes here. Now, you remember the Grand Tribunal press conference for Bullfrog that was supposed to happen months back? Before that, he had what is called a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
It was where Bullfrog calls in and starts yelling at Arabian, said, I've committed no crimes here and there and here, blah, 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 and all that dumb shit there. Junebug was there. Scott McKinnon was the moderator, and YR was also on the call as well, saying, you realize that after this, no one's going to work with you, no one's going to do anything with you here. What I did is...
Hey, you know that fucking Bullfrog got unbanned from Monetize This?
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, holy cow.
They paid $2,000.
To get him unbanned? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is that like those people, who the heck wanted Bullfrog back on that show there?
Obviously somebody.
I don't know. It's probably that Randy Viper dude. He had many times he often condemned me and threw donations on that show there when I was going after Bullfrog like I was.
Huh. Interesting.
All right, so that pissed me off a little bit there. So he's calling me fake doctor. What kind of doctor are you? Stupid idiot there. Now, I need to make this clear to that fool. I called myself Dr. Earl because of the comparisons to Doctor Who I used to get back in the day during the 1990s at the club I used to go to, because I often dressed like him, mainly the third and fourth Doctor. So that's where the name came about. And plus, I wanted a nickname that sounded important, because I had a little bit of an attitude and an ego at that time. And plus, everybody else at that club there had little nicknames like Shroud, Zilla, this name, that name there. And that thing I'm slowly loading up there to send you through, by the way, there, the Tribunal slow motion version there, backwards as well. And when it loads up, definitely listen to it and see if we could broadcast it on the air if you can to see how it sounds. I've been doing that with a lot of some of my other dark ambient sets up there. I've been turning up a little bit of the. I've been turning up mostly the treble up there on those things there because sometimes it's hard to hear it, and plus a lot of times it's often hard to hear it full clear because sometimes when I record on the OBS straight record, it often sounds a little bit kind of sound wise, you know. It's like it's from a tin can. Why, I have no clue. But apparently I got to find out where to go to fix that issue. Unfortunately, wasn't able to bring that issue up with Dave when I was on the call with him not really this past Saturday, but a couple Saturdays ago.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know. But then again, with the equalizer on the that I have here, I may possibly be able to take an audio recording, set the treble up a little bit better, so it's or basically set it a little down because there was too much on a couple of tracks here, and we'll see how it turns out there. I might do that later on tonight with a Judas Priest album that I recorded on my OBS. Yeah. So
that'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting, more than interesting. So let's get to the issue. YR.
He's back.
I know he's back. His YR program channel is back. He's been he contacted me on Skype, while I was this past Tuesday, while I was at work at the last hour there. He tells me, to listen to the show that he appeared on Dave Rose's channel there, the Drama Emperor program, titled "The War Is Over," where YR called in to surrender and all that. I guess now I'm wanting to know what the fuck happened between him and Scott this time.
Well, he'll probably have him back on again, dude.
No, man, I know that's what everyone is saying. I read the comments on the on that program there, and it just said he'll be back with YR. YR's a little bitch. YR's a little pussy there for being like he was. I mean, you listen to the Nikki Nine stream that Ken put it out on his Twitter, and boy, Nikki Nine just went hard on YR. Just absolutely
I heard it.
Ripped him to shreds. Top volume, man. Loud as hell.
Good. He deserves it.
I mean, the thing that got me is that after all the time that YR said he's not going to have Scott on the show, he's broke way free from Scott. But he said that a couple years before when I was on the call with Ken on his program when Mars called in about addressing the same issue there. Now, he said he's done with... Now, YR said, he messaged me saying, he accepted a $300 donation to bring Scott onto the program. If that was me, I would have either turned it down or took the money anyways and come up with this fib saying, Scott can't make it on. He hates me too much there. But thanks for the money. But, most likely the person who'll donate that's going to lose his shit. He'll probably want that money back.
Right.
All right, so you want to check the Skype chat. That thing that I just told you about is in the chat right now. Definitely download it and check it out there, man.
All right.
All right.
I will in a minute.
All right. So anything going on there on your end in the state of Minnesota? How's that going on there?
Not too much.
All right. So you heard about New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. He's resigning earlier this week.
Yep.
Yep. I tweeted that out to the members of the Super Ugly Show. Ken and his wife.
Yeah, oh yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. What? That's all. I mean, that's what's in the Skype chat. Yeah, that's the that's the thing that I did on my thing up there, the audio converter. should probably play it. I got it right here. Put it out here. Listen here. Now I slowed it down and I turned it backwards so it sounds like a couple demonic voices from a movie there.
Hmm. A demonic voice.
Yeah, so when you listen to it, you see what I'm talking about.
Hey, Minnesota,
What?
how do I add someone if I'm on Skype call with me right now with you? How do I add someone?
In the top right corner.
Yeah,
The
it does.
phone?
Who do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that on the
Well,
phone just as well there. So who you want to
Yeah.
add on to? So who you want to add on to the call, man? Excuse me.
escort.
Who? Oh,
Escort.
oh. I thought you said SC fart for a second there.
No, I'm talking to her and trying to get her over to fuck me, but I asked if she wanted to go online and hang out with my cousin because he's live and shit. And
So we wanted to
she
bring on
said,
the program
I'm a
and
little
introduce
shy,
her to the
baby.
world. It's kind of funny, you know. I was, you know what? We should probably bring a woman onto this program sometime soon. There,
It'd be nice.
yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to get Ashley No Rose Nova onto my channel for an interview time. To hopefully possibly do a stream with her talking about wrestling here and there, what's going on with the WWE, NXT, because I heard that's going to be killed off.
I didn't hear that.
But there's a couple of videos out there from various wrestling video channels out there, you know, talking about, what killed NXT, Vince McMahon killing NXT with all the releases that company has done, you know. It's like, how many people had the WWE released all together? It's way over, I guess, about 112 people that they've released.
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
Hey, I'll be right back, guys. Hang
all
on.
right.
I'll take
All right.
over.
All right. Subaru, you there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, did you get that thing in the Skype chat that I sent you? The Grand Tribunal slow down backwards thing.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's not in there? It's not in your chat there? What's up, Bolsey? What's going on, dude? He's in my chat, by the way.
Oh, I'm in this escorts chat right now. I'm sorry, I'm talking to you, but chatting
Escort?
with her.
Oh, you're talking to an escort?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get online with us right now.
Oh, okay. Going to do a little sex call like Cronin does?
No, I was actually have her come over and fuck me.
Oh.
Yeah, pussy baby.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yes, this is Bolsey. But yet it's called Ballsy. All right. If it's you, Bullsy, under a different name, call the show.
Yeah.
All right, definitely we'll wait for you there. In the meantime, you know, I'm going to probably play on my end this little thing that I did. Okay, let's see. It should be coming up, so I'm going to play this thing. Now, your end may not be able to hear this, but this is what it sounds like. Yeah, it is Bullsy. He's calling in right now, dude. But the thing is, I have to... Okay. Okay, I get to get this down here. Okay. Hold on. I have to add you, Bullsy, dude. Because you know, I don't know, my Skype is kind of different. You know, if I take your call, I have to tell you what, screw it. Never mind, son of a bitch. Hate when that happens, dude. All right. Okay, let's see. Hold on there, dude. Blah blah blah. Hold on a second, man. I'm gonna try to add him to the call here. Give it a few minutes there. All right. Let's see what we got here, guys. And he should be answering pretty good here in just a few minutes here. Blah, blah, blah. And there he is. What's up, Bullsy?
Nothing much.
All right.
Just confirming, yes, that's me.
Okay, I see there because for a minute I just had to deal with some troll ass account calling me Footface there, called the Black Piston, the Larry there. That he's been removed. Obviously, it's probably Scott or some queef bag out there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Dying for attention. That
Yep.
man.
Yep. Stupid asshole. All right. So what's going on, Bullsy? There, I heard that little thing that was unloaded on the that basically you called in on Bullfrog's program. You know, addressing the issue that you had had on Discord with Joe Cronin before there.
Yeah, Bullfrog called me up and called Joe up.
Oh, yeah. So I never saw that there. And by the way, that clip is on Joe's channel, Corrupted Nation.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Gonna bet you on.
And of course, Joe talking about, if it's okay for me to make threats against people. First of all, any of those, if you ever look on my channel, I never said not once or anywhere, I'm going to go there and kill this. I'm going to go there and kill you. I'm coming to your place to wring your neck. I'm never coming here. And that's about it. Never have I ever done that. Now, a couple times, I had to make a video earlier today addressing that issue there. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it's up there right now. There was a couple hours before I headed out the door there. I figured I had to get that out there.
Yeah. You know what? When Bullfrog called up Joe Cronin, you know what? I just seized the opportunity.
Yeah.
You think anytime Joe and I are in a conversation, don't expect it to be, a nice, talkative conversation.
Yeah. It's going to be some heat there, especially now.
Yeah. So it's going to be Joe Cronin talking shit again. You can do that. I don't need to say anything. I never do. After my.
I know. Yeah, you stated that clear in those screenshots you sent me of your conversation on the Discord there about this whole mess there.
Yeah.
And
that's just about it,
Yeah.
What else am I gonna say?
Yeah.
The only thing was just to confront him on that topic, and there you go. His reaction.
Yep.
Obviously, he's guilty of it. He admitted he was wrong in doing it. Also.
Yeah.
He lied about it being 6 months ago, but we all know it's 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. When I still had my long hair there, and he's making it out like it was just like recently.
Yeah. So you can pull shit out of his ass. So if he wants to, go to the past, I just did it to him too. You made that threat too. So therefore.
Exactly, he did. Yeah, you're right. He has. He has done that in the past. He's done some crazy shit before. Remember that one corrupted podcast episode where he just banged with his keyboards there because he was trying to get Scott off the call, and he's yelling his head off. He lost his shit. And let's not forget the old jokes about Joe waffling his microphone that YR did a few times.
Yep.
What's up, folks?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? Nice profile.
Yep.
But bottom line, Cronin is a scumbag.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's a piece of dog shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but the Vikings has had a few issues with him in the past. I think it was
Fuck that
earlier
piece
last year.
of shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And anyone that likes Cronin, I have no beef with them.
Yes.
Fuck you.
I'm not going to say nothing more about the guy. I'll just let everything go through the ringer like it does there. That's all I'm going to really say about the issue there. So, what are your thoughts about YR coming back to the community after disassociating with Scott? You probably saw that Drama Emperor episode on Dave's channel not too long ago.
Another
Where this,
piece of trash.
who YR? Oh yeah, YR obviously. Yeah, and what he mentioned on his program, try to saying hoping to getting back into him and I doing music talk again. But I don't think Argnoya and myself are going to be welcoming him back pretty soon there.
Yeah.
You don't want him back. He's trash.
No, no, I just don't. But here's the thing. What pissed me off about him was that the last episode we did with him, but he was saying, we were talking about all the what things you have to do, the sexual favors you have to do to all these producers here, the catering into all this PC political correctness bullshit. And Wyatt starts almost yelling, saying things, but that's what you got to do to make it big. That's what you got to fit. You got to fit into the times. You got to fit into what's out there. And I was like, what? Are you're telling me to sell out my beliefs for their beliefs?
That's what YR did. He sold out sexually.
You must be outside, dude.
He was sucking everybody off. Yeah, I'm outside.
I hear you. I can tell.
Yeah.
So you both guys are outside, and me and Boozy are inside. There we go.
Yep.
Right. Yes.
Now, Tony.
It's kind of fun. Well, here's the thing, here's the thing that gets me. How long it will be before he gets Scott back into the fold? Because he always does.
Okay,
They love. It's like they're like one of those.
Hopefully he don't.
Yeah.
Okay. How long before YR associated with Scott? How long before the
don't know.
reassociation?
Well,
How long were they apart?
Well, I don't know. It's been about. I can't really tell how long they've been to back together, apart, together, apart. But I remember that I guess their association went back to the old drama club days that Mars Mira had on his channel a couple years back there.
Yep.
So I'm guessing at least a year. So I'm guessing
Probably actually a couple years before that. So those episodes of Drama Club, except for one, has been removed.
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, give
Yeah.
or take, if I'm betting, maybe another 3 years.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe
Maybe
well,
short.
I don't care. I'm done with YR. He's and so is Ken and shit, and Mars and
Everyone's
Fuck
done
it.
it.
And it's kind of sad.
Nine.
YR.
Dr. Brown's done with fucking YR.
Yeah, and I know Arknoy is done with YR just as well there because we had a little talk before we went on the air here last week there, and he said he didn't really care much for the drama, that YR often brought on to the show.
Yeah.
Except for that one episode where I brought in Danny CTE there. I wanted to get his explanation, and YR was like, "Why is Danny MT on the call there?" Because I brought him on the call.
And
That was kind of my
Danny-
fault, but it was good. But it was good watching there for sure. There,
Danny CC.
Danny CTE. That's what Nicky Nines calls him,
Oh, Danny CC.
or Danny Little, or Danny PP. Here's one. Here's something else right now. I want to ask. Now, Danny MT is supposed to be this MMA fighter. Are there any videos or any footage of him in any actual MMA matches in the octagon?
Yeah, no, he said he doesn't. He said he doesn't want nobody to know because people will fucking find out who he is and fuck with him.
Oh gosh, but they don't have to give out the location of where this fight is taking place, because right now I'm getting to wonder if he actually is an MMA fighter as he claims to be.
It is interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is. When you think about it, it's like you keep saying you have all this money, but we never see it. It's like you have the finest cars, but we still see you on the bike, and like where's the big money car that you had there? It's in the garage there. I love it so much I don't drive it because I don't want to fuck it up there. It's like bullshit. Come on, give me a break, dude.
You know it's bullshit, bro.
Exactly. I just don't really. He's another one that's that really he's out the door. It's just as well there. And also
Oh,
understand this guy Simo, Chris Moore from D-Town, like I'm originally from.
yeah,
Like,
he's trash too.
you know, I only checked out a couple videos from his channel there, and all he ever talked about was trashing Joe Cronin here, Joe Cronin this, Joe Cronin that. You know, I think it's time
You
Cronin
ain't
and
missing.
Simo.
You ain't missing nothing.
Yeah, I know. I know this past, fronting this. I guess it was a couple days ago. I think it was past. I think it was this past Monday while I was at work, while I was lunch there. I was checking out Dave's stream that he was doing on Simo there. Really calling them out left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we cleared out the toxic ones for now.
Yes, we have.
And
For a little.
Yeah, be
yeah,
good. And that's good.
some don't exist on Cronin's channel anyway. And maybe some, but they're not gonna do anything else because we know about them.
No, we can't. We know what they're about. We know what they stand for, and that's about it. And let them do their stupid ass thing. They're the ones who could have their fingers pointed at them as we laugh at their faces. Blah blah blah. And we're going to be the ones sitting down eating popcorn as they watch them self-destruct themselves.
Yeah, and not learn a thing from their self-destruction.
Yep, exactly, precisely there. But at the same time, one makes you wonder how the fuck they got this way. Are they that desperate for attention? Are they that desperate to inflict drama? Are they that desperate to watch drama? Because now keep this in mind. Me and Minnesota Vikings, we have a show that, which, by the way, we got to do another episode 3 because I had to remove the last one because of the issues we were having. I think it was with the thumbnail there, or the squeaking that was going on.
Use mine.
It was what?
Oh wait, was that with you and Ballsy?
No, that was not it. No, that was a different show there. The one that was you and I and Silver Row,
Okay,
and that squeaking was going on.
You can just use mine.
Yeah, well, I'll try that. Okay, I appreciate that. But even though there was not much talk going on, it was mostly dealing with my OBS, trying to restart my stream there, and it was also me doing that and just saying, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." And so all you would probably have was just about almost 30 minutes
Yeah, well,
of our
like
discussion
I said,
there.
you can just go on my channel and upload it.
All right,
Or
there.
use it.
All right,
Whatever.
probably have to make some edits as well there, I should say there. And Almighty One from Houston says, H-Town, yay. SC Steve makes fun of people's looks but doesn't look in the mirror. It's a good point there. He's often quick to...
Yeah.
He's often
Fuck
quick
that
to...
lawnmower boy.
Frito-Lay eating faggot. That's what YR called him one time there.
Stick a burrito up his ass.
Oh, yeah, he probably enjoyed that because that's the only poontang you'll be able to get.
Tell him to stick that fucking burrito right up his ass.
So what do you thought about what I said about my home state of Michigan there? I mentioned that, will we ever see my home state actually elect themselves a decent and good governor for once? Because the last 2 they had so far were all crap.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good, and that's interesting. I need to ask because people complain about Gretchen Whitmer. People in the past complained about Rick Snyder for what he did, and people were really bitching at Jennifer Granholm for the way she tore Michigan down to the ground like she did. It's like,
Yeah.
will we ever get a governor that's going to actually do things the right fucking way? I don't know. Everything is up in the air at this point. Now, I don't know how the current mayor of Detroit is doing. If I remember, it's still Mike Duggan, I think it is. I got to look it up to see if he's still in office there. Because like I said,
I
it's been
don't
like...
know. I don't know who it is. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Mike Duggan, the mayor of Detroit. You know what? I think he's still mayor of Detroit, from what I understand. All right. And he's of course, a Democrat, as always. And interesting enough, I was surprised when I first heard he got elected. He was probably the first white man to be elected mayor of Detroit since God knows how long.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know that.
he's been the mayor of Detroit since 2014 there.
Huh.
And I believe that was before my departure from that state of Michigan there. But the thing is, I wouldn't know what would happen to people in Detroit. How would they react if they were to get a Republican mayor?
Burn it to the ground.
They probably will because you know how they look at They probably look. They remember most blue cities and blue states look down on red politicians or red public figures.
Yeah.
We all do that because they
Yeah.
see them as warmongers. The same thing that we saw the past two Bushes that were in the White Houses. Selfish, money grubbing. Inconsiderate. Not willing to help other people there. This and that. It's got to conserve our money, but you have to suffer because you don't have any. Blah blah blah. Because I remember there
Right.
was a lot of heat when John Engler back in the 80s, cut this budget, cut this program, had to cut that other program there. A lot of shit went down in the state of Michigan because of that. Even though there were people out there struggling, to make ends meet there. I explained in one of my videos, a newborn mother, her baby daddy decides to leave her because he can't handle the parental responsibilities. So she's on her own. She has to live on welfare for the time being because she can't go out and find work. She can't leave the baby alone by itself, especially when it's about 3 or 4 or 6 months old. So she has to stay home for the time being there, unless something good comes up there where she's able to hold on to there. But at the same
Right.
time, the money, the money that's going into these programs, they don't go on trees. I mean, I mentioned this before. I think I mentioned it on this program a couple of times. Engler did had a press conference explaining the situation. He held up an empty wallet saying, "This is this wallet. This is how much money Michigan has right now, and as you can see by opening up the wallet, it is empty because money don't grow on trees. Some cuts had to be made because the save a little bit of state. Maybe if they were to save up enough money, they could restart those programs again."
Right.
But the thing is, that probably the same bullshit would happen as before. It's a real vicious cycle there.
No, you're right.
Definitely, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I mean,
There's not much to say about that.
I know. So I'm just hoping. What up?
What were you gonna say, Ballsy?
No, I'm agreeing with Dr. O. And you.
Oh.
There's not much to add to that. How else do you put it?
Yeah, it's the same thing that we've seen many times before. Credit to Filthy Mouth Gamer for mentioning this because this is absolutely on the dot. A shooting occurs at a high school there. A couple of high school teens get tired of being picked on. They get tired of being, bullied. And next thing you know, boom, they get a whole bunch of assault weapons. They start shooting up the place, shooting the students, the teachers, everyone who did them wrong there. And all these anti-gun activists, they cry out, we need gun control, we need this, we need that, but we don't really see any gun control be taking place because, the Second Amendment. People have the right to bear arms, but with these anti-gun activists, they're like, we need to take these guns because they're killing people without looking at the possibility of knives, billy clubs, baseball bats, and other weapons out there. Tree branches or what do you call that? But still, they're going to be screaming about we need to stop this bullying. We need to teach our kids the right thing. But usually nothing ever gets done. Nothing really until the next shooting occurs and it starts, and that becomes the vicious cycle right then and there.
Yeah, there's not many news about school shootings anyway. So
I know, but usually when it does happen, it's like a big, deal there because it's like, I guess it's safe to say that we don't expect these things to happen until the last damn minute. I mean, when I heard about the shootings in Littleton, Colorado back in 1999, we was like, holy cow. I called my girlfriend at that time and we spoke on the phone about that. It's like, holy shit, how did that happen?
yeah. But here's the thing about the gun activists.
Yeah. The
They're
anti-guns?
saying is we should try to secure safety, but the problem is if you take away some gun laws, other problems will rise.
Precisely.
So if
Yeah, that's what, that's what,
especially with,
and that's
especially
what,
with the government.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
You cannot give the government that little bit of lenience. You do that, they will take a mile. You remember the phrase, give an inch and they take a mile?
They already got,
Yeah,
they already got too much control anyway.
Exactly,
yeah, and
precisely.
they're trying to,
And we can't do
yeah, they're
that.
trying-
But yet these boneheads get the idea, oh, let the government help us, so let the government take care of us. No, do not let the government take care of you because you're going to overstep their boundaries. The
Exactly.
conservatorship, what's it called again, Damon? The conservatorship that Britney Spears is trying to get herself under her father's rule. That's what it's going to be like.
yeah. And I'm gonna bring up a reference. Do you know about Stalin at all?
Stalin, yes, I've heard that
And you
name
also know
many
about
times.
Vladimir
Yeah.
Lenin?
Yes,
They decided these two, one of them devised vanguardism to push for ideologies of socialism to replace capitalism.
yes,
That was also the ideology of Leninism.
yes,
Vanguardism was the one political party devised to push Leninism to replace capitalism with socialism. Also give government more control, more power, which was a Russian empire, Russian imperialism, which is empire, which also leads to Marxism
yep,
too. So this was forcing people to rely on government, and when people start protesting, they don't care.
yep.
There was a protester stood in front of a Russian tank, got ran over.
Oh, wow.
So this is what socialism is. This is what government control is.
Yeah,
You give them control, they do whatever they want.
exactly. They rule over you like an iron fist, and we do not need that here in this country. We don't.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people don't look into history much. That's why I've looked into socialism
Because they're
this
so
is what
busy. Because they're so busy with the things that are going on today. They're so busy with their social media. They're too busy following all these creep bags on Twitter. There talking about this, talking about that. I mean, like,
Queef
and they're
bag.
exactly what they queef rags or whichever. Because that's what they are, basically. You got to remember that too many kids today only focus on what's now, what's the thing to look to, what's the thing to follow, And a lot of these things that they're following right now is all these liberal trends that are installed by the elders, the people in their 30s and such, that they learned from the 1990s when they were kids, around their age there.
Yeah, but most people don't remember history. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So
and they need to learn this. They need to learn this history, And you think tearing down these statues that they're doing at some of these universities is going to help? Hell no.
honestly, I think that's a bad idea.
It's worse. It's a horrible idea.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It's art and statue, I get it, but if you take down that statue, you remove a memory. So why would you do?
Yeah, because they don't want to. Because they got it in their heads. They want to make everything the way they want it to be. No races, no this, no that, no Confederate flags. Remove everything that represents the racism. Remove all this there. They're so gun ho about trying to. They're trying to erase moments of history. They're trying to make everything the way peachy clean like they want it to be. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work like that. How can you learn? If you don't learn from history, you're going to repeat it. And that's what these dingleberries are doing.
Yeah.
But,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
holy cow, dude. Wow.
Cooking sound.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I thought some sort of a beeper went off or something like that, or alarm.
Yeah, that was mine. But
Ah, see.
anyway, yeah. The statues and this is where I tell people, okay, if you don't disagree with that statue, how about you do a little research, do some reading on that before you take it down.
Yeah,
See
exactly.
if there's that statue obviously means something since it's up. So
Yeah. And for what I remember reading many times in the past, that Confederate flag had nothing to do with anything racist. It was sort of like seceding from the United States because they were disagreeing with the politics and the issues that was going on up north there. The reason they often consider, the reason they're calling it that flag racist because the Confederates army, who's in their people in the minds of the I'm getting tongue tied here, the Confederate Army, which is often seen by the Yankee Army, was defending racism, defending slavery. That's where they get the idea. Because remember, the slavery started back in the Mid South, even though it started years before in other countries like Africa and such there.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Yeah, I've been
But
doing
yet, but
research.
yet they don't realize it. They don't want to listen. They have it in their heads that the Confederate flag is the air quotes American swastika.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
understand it, but
I've been.
they don't want to listen, unfortunately. Well, and you can't go. And this is where some of that rage that I often had displayed in those earlier videos came from. People just don't want to listen.
Yeah, definitely. This is where I say this. Okay, I understand why Robert E. Lee statue was built by the Democrats,
Yep.
and so here's my thinking. Maybe we should leave that up for that main reason. Democrats built that
Yep.
for that reason. We should remember their racism, so
Yeah.
we should leave that up.
Exactly, and it's kind of odd that a statue that was built by a Democrat is being torn down by a bunch of kids who are also voting Democratic.
Yeah, remember, yeah. Robert E. Lee was a conservative.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I think
interesting there.
liberal, but he was a conservative, but he owned no slaves. He
Mhm.
fought I think he helped Texas fight the Hispanic War.
Hmm.
Exactly remember, but yeah, he led a victory to the Hispanic War.
Yeah, true.
Was very good friends with Abraham Lincoln,
Yeah.
and he only decided to fight for the South because of the state of Virginia.
Yeah.
The North was war tactics was destroying railroad crossings, food,
Yes.
just tear down there any travel or transfers of food, oil, or basically anything to even keep fighting. That was a war tactic by the North. So obviously the North won. Robert E. Lee did a fine job, but at the end of the day, he may have fought on the wrong side. But he thought what he thought was doing what was right, right?
Yes.
So sure, you can claim he's evil, but to be fair,
Here's something else. He was friends with Ulysses S. Grant before the war started. Because when he sat down there to talk, to sign the treaty there, ending the war there, they spoke about old times here and there because, as I mentioned, they were friends, but they had to put their friendship aside in order to fight for their beliefs with their side of the states there.
yeah. And you know what? You can okay. One of the people, slaves, the former black people, were
Yes.
trained.
Yes.
So some of them were sent to destroy some villages, and apparently one slave was responsible for rape of women.
Wow.
He killed that man.
Wow.
Now, Hunter Avalon, if you know about him, said, "Well, so he killed someone that was fighting for his freedom." So it's like that's such a horrible way to look at that.
Mm.
You just glossed over everything that man was doing to poor women and children, just to say he's fighting for his freedom. I mean,
Oh, gosh.
we have no lines.
Yeah, but then but then again, you got to remember, some of the people here today are just morons. People still look at that George Floyd and Rodney King, as martyrs, as prophets, inspiring us to fight back against the police brutality and stuff. But even though those two guys were not angels themselves. To me, something to get really riled up. If those two were like Baptists or pastors at church who got killed by white officers, then that'd be a real good reason to throw a fit. But got to remember, George Floyd was trying to pay off some stuff with fake money there. Rodney King was was driving recklessly when he pulled him over and just wetted out on whacking him. And Malice Green, I've spoke about this guy, the guy who got murdered by two cops in Detroit there, who were white, also white. He apparently had some crack cocaine in the palm of his hands, which he was clenched in. They were trying to get him to release it, but apparently all that frustration just built it up in the two cops and just went at him, beat his ass to death.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why people like to be like, well, George Floyd was this great man. Do you even know the first thing about him? They don't know.
They don't know. They just only know him from the fact that he was a victim of police brutality, and it's in the eyes of the black man or the black woman out there. They look at the white cops often as the enemy, because so many times in the past they heard about this person being harassed by cops, that black guy being harassed by white cops, and we've seen it many times before. It's been going on throughout the 1970s and 60s there, But in the eyes of that police officer, how do we know that a black guy or gal is not a member of a gang? How do we know they're not drug dealers? Because if they patrol the downtown areas of cities like Chicago, Detroit, Houston, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Birmingham, Miami. The only things you usually see crimes being committed are mostly by blacks. So that gets in their mind frame that all black people are the enemies, this and that there. And sooner or later that intention builds up, and it's going to eventually boil over. And then we've seen it happen with the deaths of Floyd, Green, and King.
Yeah. And you know what? The 5% of those small town neighborhoods, black neighborhoods,
yes,
are responsible for 90% of the crime.
Yes, that is true there.
Here's the thing, though. If you're going to look at police brutality, let's address it on all grounds.
Yes.
It happens to whites more often.
Yes.
They're shot and killed by cops. Way more than blacks.
Yeah.
Second being blacks. I think third being Hispanics, then Asian. So we should address it on all grounds.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed. But as you know, the media won't do that because it doesn't really sell that news. They're going to go for the thing that usually sells the news. And usually that, like the way we described, is what sells more than anything else.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's discuss it now.
Yeah.
Instead of taking one statistic, we take all of it. We know it happens to more whites, so let's address it all. How do we solve it? What precautions should the police take? And you know what? They take the right precautions as they're taught in the academies before going into the small neighborhoods.
Yes.
They're taught that. Okay, but how do we take the extra steps, taking a better precaution? What tool do we need, to make sure we're not making the wrong decision, right?
I got the idea. It's called better training. Refund the police for better training.
Yeah.
Because that's what most of these aggressive cops need. Because there are many cops out there, and also there's a chance that some of these officers out there may have been involved with the last two Persian Gulf Wars there. So they still have some of that PTSD in some of them there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, definitely. And there's some cops out of shape too, and they're over fat. Like, they need to be too.
That's man. I saw this one picture on Facebook. It's a teenage boy being handcuffed there by this one police officer with his gut hanging way over his belt buckle there. Oh, dude. Like, if he could have the chance to run, and he would probably get away with it because the cop would be like, I can't run. Oh, dude.
Yeah. So that's a problem. Overweight officers, healthy officers we need. So yes,
Yeah.
we need to fund the police again.
Yep.
Fund better training, and give them better options. So that way, or at least put them in situations where they have to critically think, which
Yep.
also requires intelligence. And a lot of police are intelligent. You can't be a stupid idiot going into a fucking shootout. You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
obvious. Better trainings, obviously. More funding. If they taxed us more for police training, I'm all for that. As long as
Yes.
they're trained disciplinedly, how to take down someone safely and protect themselves. Because they shouldn't always have to rely on their taser or pepper spray or gun.
Yep.
Unless, in some comes are out of shape and they have to rely on their taser, which is just unhealthy. You have to be able to take someone down and be hands-on, whether man or woman. So,
Yep.
training
Absolutely.
is necessary. Cardio is necessary. Strength, speed, everything. Cops should be trained until ready.
That's true. We need that.
Defunding the police will only take that away and cause way more crime in those small neighborhoods.
Precisely.
More black on black killings, in white on white killings. and
All
black on
more
Asian.
killings in general. That doesn't matter what race there. More shoplifting, more theft being committed. More robberies being happening at gas stations, at supermarkets here and there.
Yeah. If we funded that, our probably neighborhoods would be safer.
Yes, we do, and we need to do that. But sadly, I don't see anybody. The only thing I see people advocating for that, of course, the conservative right, and not everybody else. And it has to include everybody advocating that.
I used to consider myself self-centralist until I realized the ideologies are the same as left.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know what? Have it your way, guys. You want to be stupid your whole life? Go ahead.
They will be, unfortunately, because, like I said, they don't want to learn.
Yeah. Never want to learn.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I could tell them over and over again. I get no one. You see me argue before.
Yes, I have.
I just either don't engage with them because you know what they're going to do, or B, you engage with them, just be patient with them, because either way you're going to come out winning with it.
Yep.
But yeah, here's another
True.
I think civilians should be also trained with guns before having them.
Yes.
So how about this for lefties? Instead of just giving someone going out and buying a gun.
Oh yeah, that scumbag went live.
Who?
YR.
Who cares?
Fucking scumbag piece of
How about
shit.
this? If they're so worried about people with guns, how about civilians get training for the guns before buying it? That way, they got the training they need, and they showcase, yes, I know how to use one. Then yes, they're authorized to buy one. How about that? If we can make it work.
All right.
I mean, some people in the black neighborhoods don't know how to use guns, and that's a problem. So most of them end up shooting themselves. So, how about the training required for someone to use?
Absolutely. People need to, they need to learn how to use these things. They need to use them, because one mistake can be a deadly cost.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise you get accidents happening. Black kids are shot accidentally. This a dumbass 17-year-old can't use a gun.
I know.
It's sad.
But often you can pick up the gun because you see everybody else do it.
Yeah, man. That's why I like talking about these things. It's drama, but it's important. But no one wants to discuss these things.
Well, we're discussing it now. We're going to get this through to the people out there. And everybody listening to this show there, definitely spread the word about this episode. Definitely. Because
Mhm.
people need to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, eventually, I think everybody can learn.
Yes.
It just takes a little time. Some people will finally come to their conclusions. You know what? Maybe that's not right. But some people will just stay in their beliefs. And that's fine. I respect that. I just don't really want to associate with people going crazy with their own ideologies.
Or shoving their idea or shoving all that down everybody's throat, make you believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
And God knows
Yeah.
we had those. So I knows we had enough of those people for so many years now.
Yeah.
We
It's
do.
just insane, man. You know, I think this main thing comes from politicians having too much influence, and that's why we need to diverge away from them as civilians, discuss the matters, and present them ourselves. That's what this is the liberal system, or at least the liberty system in the U.S. was created to do in the first place. We think this, okay, and have a representative. Okay, my people think this. Now, what is it? That's what it was supposed to represent, but it doesn't. We got more people
True.
pushing for their own ideologies, promising things and not fulfilling them.
Yep, which we often see so many times the politicians always do. Make this, they try to keep this promise, but they don't prevail. They try to hold on. They don't, some of them don't even try to hold on to their promises.
Yeah,
They just do
it's
that,
either
to get themselves elected. That's the way. I promise this, I promise that, and that's where the people buy into that shit. They hear something that they would like. You're like, they'll say, if I'm elected mayor of this city, I promise to raise the minimum wage in here to about $18 an hour. Without realizing, it's gonna require to do that. The people, the stores, the markets, and everything else is going to have to raise the costs of either purchasing gas for the tank or a carton of cigarettes or a gallon of milk or water there. So to make they're going to have to raise the cost there. So to people for people out there to get that $18. Fuck, I'm fumbling again, but they're going to have to raise the cost of everything in that store, so the employees will be paid $18 an hour there for the minimum wage. And the people out there are going to buy into that, sir. It's like, geez, a pack of cigarettes, for example, often nowadays costs about $7 or $8 for a pack, one pack.
But you know what? I don't agree with government forcing a minimum wage for a company to use
Yeah,
because it's dealing with business for them, and that should not happen. Every people are capable of making their own decisions, so that's what the U.S. was made for.
that's
You can
right.
make your own decisions. You're smart enough to know if you're being scammed or not. If you get scammed, shame on you. You signed the contract. So
Yeah,
what?
you bought into that bullshit. And by the way, I mentioned this once. I mentioned this in one of my videos there. I still get these little spam, advertisements that welcome to this insurance company, welcome to this, this food product here, welcome to this, welcome to that. I was like, what are you talking about? Welcome? I didn't invite you in, motherfuckers. And it's like, and it's like. I'm sure Minnesota Vikings and Silver Roll Hunter know I'm talking about these spam messages. Even Redneck spoke out about them. He was getting them all the time, one right after another.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I keep reporting them, but they still keep coming no matter what. It's like, geez, I'm thinking what it is that some of these workers out there who do this kind of shit, they have to keep doing it and doing it until the person eventually caves in. And I guess that's when they get that paycheck, if I'm correct about this.
Mhm.
Because somebody I knew back in D Town, he was hoping he was trying to find some work, and he was coming close to being hired by a telemarketer company. They were going to train him how to call in. Hey, I represent the Veterans Union, for this, that. We're hoping basically, by hopefully a chance you could probably donate to this company, that funded this company here, this and that, And basically, he eventually got turned down from the job because, well, which I said good, because you don't want to work for a company that everybody's going to fucking hate.
Yeah. There's not much else to do. You just have to not buy into it. You gotta
Yep.
look at details of, okay, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Be mindful. Be smart. Make sure you make deals that suit you best. Car dealers are very smart people when it comes to scams. So
Yep.
you gotta be smart enough to know what's the scam.
Yeah.
Learned in government econ class.
Here's one I gotta tell you this. A couple years back, I get this message from. It's a friend request by someone of I'm already friends on Facebook. So I figure they probably had something happen to their account and they're probably starting a new one. So I accept, and right away I get this little thing. Hello, I'm here to tell you about this. This little grant you could get from the government to go to school, such and such here. So they recommend this, sending this amount of money to get this amount of money there. I'm like, wait a minute, this don't sound right there, but this is the procedure here, there. So I took this to my sister to see what she thought about it, and yep, it was a scam there. And finally got to the point where I had to ask, this question, that question there. Eventually they replied back in capital letters, look, this is not a scam. This is legit. It's like, okay, if it's legit, let's video chat. No response. There you go. It's a scam, bottom line. And he come up with the most stupid ass of names, like Shakira Whale. That was the name of the... Yep, that's kind of a stupid name.
Obviously, some kid or something.
Absolutely. Most probably from India, something like that. Which I understand, two of the biggest places where they do this shit is in Nigeria and in India.
Yeah,
Now the
those
question,
Asian-
I want to know. It's not Asian. It's usually the ones with the things on their heads there. Most of the time there in India, where they believe in how many thousands of gods, except for the main one there, and it's just like are these countries that damn poor that they got to resort to this?
India does usually try to scam through Play Store on, Androids or phones
Yep.
to get apps for free. So yes, they do have to do it.
Yeah.
They're that
Wow.
poor.
Oh, jeez. Of course, but then again, you have to look at Nigeria. Most of the leaders in those kind of areas, like whether it's Ethiopia, Nigeria, and this area, that area, usually run by these, I guess they're dictators, if I'm correct there. I don't know how it is now, but there was a few in the Ethiopia there that really did not allow any food to come into that area, despite all the thousands of money that was raised through Live Aid, to feed the world there, USA for Africa. And this is back in the 80s, because what happened is, I found out, the government of Ethiopia steals it. Because what they want to do is they want to keep the people under their thumb, keep them weak, so that if they would not eat, they would not get their strength back, and they would not fight back against their government.
Yep, which would be, socialism.
Yep, exactly. And the people don't want to live under that, but you know how these dictators are. They want to keep that power in as much as they can. You know what? I got to say this, as much people hated on Bush 43, Bush Jr., if you want to call him that, he did gave the other countries in the Middle East inspiration to fight back against the tyranny dictators that they were putting up with. Remember, which I forgot which Afro head Gaddafi was leader of. Was it Libya, I guess it was, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. The people in Libya started, realizing, hey, we must fight back against this dictator that we've been living under for so many years. Now's the time, What happened in Iraq there gave us the inspiration. seen Saddam Hussein be put on trial by his own country and hung to death in the most gruesome of way there. Holy cow, dude, man. I'm even afraid to see footage, actual footage of that because of the way he was hung. Dude, wow.
It was
Do
brutal.
you know who
Very
Karl
brutal.
Kautsky is?
Who again?
Do you know who Karl Kautsky is?
Karl Kautsky. I don't think I've heard that name before. That definitely enlightened me on him.
He's a German philosopher,
Mm.
journalist, and a Marxist
Ah,
theoretician.
I see.
He's a authoritative promulgator. I'm trying to pronounce it.
Masturbator.
I know. I
Oh.
have trouble. I'm having
Promulgators.
trouble. I've been having trouble trying to pronounce last names that are long medical terms here and
No,
there.
I'm
I'll be
trying to pronounce the
times.
word, not his last name. Promulgators. Authoritative promulgator.
A
Which means
masturbator.
he speaks out on these things publicly.
Yes.
Promulgating. So he pushed for. So he wrote a journal on Neoziet. Which I think
Music.
is Russian.
Mm.
His name's not Masturbates.
Oh, dude.
I think this is a Russian name, Neoziet, which stands for the New Times.
Ah,
It's a socialist theoretical journal, which talks about Social Democratic Party.
I see.
This was made in Germany. He's a German philosopher.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if the term, I don't know where the term came from, but I'm assuming this journalist studied, he was a, what do you call it? Geographist. So he studied different political ideas. So mainly studied socialism and
All right.
democracy.
Okay, there.
He pushed for publicly. So I'm not sure if the term came from him. But,
He's
Yeah.
definitely no Masturbates.
well, he doesn't masturbate.
I think in Russia, if you were caught masturbating, you'd get your hands brutally beaten.
Yeah. Someone
Well,
was like,
let's-
actually fun for the fun of it.
Let's go over there and find out. Sound fun, bro?
Knock on the door if they hear someone masturbate.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Masturbates? Oh, what? Huh?
Yes, I said masturbates.
Is
Yeah.
that the Masturbates? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Yeah.
sounds like a name of some Dominatrix dude up there.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I've
What's
just been-
up, Masturbates?
Yeah, but I've been doing research on socialism recently, so
Yeah.
I just started with Stalinism. I haven't even gotten to Russia. I just got the tip of the iceberg.
All right.
That's
Kioreshka.
Karl Kautsky, Vladimir Lenin, as
Oh,
in
yeah.
Stalinism. I haven't even gotten to the culture.
All right.
Lots of luck.
In socioeconomics, as a lot of socioeconomically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna get
Thanks.
out of here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I got to head out to the grocery store there. We got to make a list there, things to get there from the store there.
all right. Well, I want to thank the great Dr. Brown for being on.
All right, thank you to a Minnesota Vikings fan as well, and thank you, Bolsey, for calling in, dude, and get us with this
Bolsey.
information here.
And the great Silver Roll Hunter. Thanks
Yeah,
for
who
being
left?
on.
Who left earlier? I noticed.
yeah. Oh, I'm here.
Sweet. Right.
About socioeconomics.
All right.
So,
Yep.
just so you know, just to let people know, so socioeconomics is not really the reason for a culture or having state of poverty. It's just the state of socioeconomics is a state of being something. So if culture is bad, that's just bad socioeconomics. So Socioeconomics is not a reason for bad poverty or culture. Culture and bad poverty is a reason for bad socioeconomics
That's true there.
and policy. That's just what I want to get off my chest. Some people use socioeconomics as a reason for so many crime, which is not true.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, there. We are out of
See
here.
you guys next week.
All right, definitely. You have a good day. And once again, Argnolia the Doctor will return this Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Me and Argnolia will be at the helms once again there. And shout out to the people in my chat, Almighty One, JCS Foot Rub there. You guys have a good one out there. And everyone listening else who viewed this, have a good weekend coming up. Stay safe.